working, so I sit by the ocean. I spent my last buck on a bottle of whiskey. Drunk and broke, sitting here in history. I made my mind up how I'm going. Got nowhere to go, don't know where I'm going.
All right, welcome to the Scorch Corner. Today we have Gary. He's been working here for a couple years now and one of our best and brightest, so we're going to go through a couple questions with him. First guest we have, he's replacing Rick today. Second question we have is, where's James? He's not here.
Fucking James.
Okay, so
Supposed to be here?
yeah, James is one of the founders of it, and he's been missing for a while.
3 episodes now.
Yeah, 3 episodes. We'll get him on the 4th.
We'll get him.
Yeah, we'll get him.
He'll give in.
So today, I think that we wanted to talk about kids because I'm the only one here who doesn't have a child. I desperately want kids. I think that it's a great thing to have, and I'm looking for the two of you to mentor me through that process. Gary, you have how many kids?
I got 2 kids.
2 kids. How old are they?
16 and 12.
And
big kids.
they're big kids.
Big kids.
Yep. So, what was going through your mind when you first knew about them?
Dude, it was a long fucking road for me. Because, like, I found out after we were broken up, like, long-term shit. Didn't get to see my kid until he was 3 months old.
Oh, wow.
Like, I went to court. I served papers. Like, I got offered money to sign him away and shit. So it's a long-ass road. Not a normal road travel, but... Yeah, I found out I found out his mom was pregnant. Tried to work shit out, didn't work out. Now they stop answering the phone. Like, now I go to court, get my, not custody, but my visitation schedule and shit. And then basically join the army because the court system fucks the father.
Guys, a lot, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then my daughter, her mom was a lot more fucking easy to work with.
Yeah.
And so, like, my daughter was simple. We had the kid, like, yo, what do you need? We'll give you whatever you need. It's my second kid now, so after that, I'm on board. I know what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need? Let's figure this out. Let's make it work. But it always just comes back to...
How much did you change, like, from being the person that you were before? Like, as far as, like, growing up, you know, what did you have to make in changes in your life to like, really do this? Because I've met your son, Logan. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say his name, but
No.
I've met your son. He is one of the hardest workers ever. We have him come in here, and
Dude puts in work.
kid's a
man.
jam.
yeah, like
Yeah, he is.
I'm ready to hire you full time. Like,
kid's
you
a-
just have to be, you know, he's got to grow up and live his life
Right.
and do all that stuff. But he's a great kid. I see him and I see you. You know?
Yeah.
I look at him. Wow, like, definitely Gary raised you.
He's rounded. He's well rounded. His mother is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She's a great woman. I could not be luckier with the fucking women that raised my kid. Don't want to say baby mama because that degrades people, but
Of course, yeah.
I could not be luckier with the women that like raised my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Like Logan is, when you're a man and you have a boy, that is your fucking, that's your legacy.
Right.
So to see Logan grow up and become what he is right now, and I fucking cry right now. Like it's the best thing.
He's great. He's got this, like,
Dude, he's
crazy
such a
hockey
beast.
He's
hair.
got swag, dude.
Yeah.
The kid's a monster.
The fucking hair, bro.
He can
it's so
talk shit
luscious.
and
Talk shit. He fucking
We remember the
Fuck
other
with
day,
you?
we had a moment where we were, like, messing with him for some reason.
well, we kicked him out that one.
Oh yeah, we had Jay. Okay, so if you guys,
He's like, all right, guys, bye.
if you guys don't know this, JP, he's our big, giant, scariest security guard. And
Big old child, dude.
yeah, he's great. But anyways, JP, we had him kick out
Logan.
Gary's son, Logan, just to, you know, mess with him. And
So
it
you
was
gotta
a
get
funny-
kicked out sometimes.
Yeah, it was a funny moment. He knew we were messing with him, but
He took it like a champ.
But on his way out, he's like, all right, guys, I'm out.
no, he knew what was going on.
That's fucking hilarious.
That kid's is the fucking everything I am.
Yeah.
That's everything I wanted to do.
Definitely.
That's
Joseph, I want to bring it over to you. Like being a father, like what's it like? How did you feel when you first found out?
It was tough. It's been a tough road, and I'm still learning a lot of shit. I really am.
Like what?
every day.
Just well, I have my kids and my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's 4 now, but she's amazing. She's literally my little clone. It's like she was cloned, and everything's great about her. But no matter what, I still learn things here and there because she's like I said, she's just like me. So she's a fucking shitstorm.
Yeah.
Like she's like, hey, today I'm gonna rock your shit, dude. And it tests your patience every fucking day.
Yeah, but that's how that's how you are, and that's how she is.
Yeah.
Because she's you.
I know, and that's what, and like my son, same fucking thing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yo, but then they're not bad moments. They're just like moments where you're like, fuck, like how am I gonna process this?
That's what like makes you a better man, makes you a better father too.
Yeah,
Is
like-
those moments. It's fucking like when you are a parent, you're like, I swear to fucking God,
And
this kid, and then you fucking chill out, and you're like, all right. But you have those moments, and that makes you a better man. It makes you more patient. It like pushes your threshold of patience.
yeah,
Because everybody's got a threshold.
but it's tough to learn that patience. That's honest. Like it's really fucking tough. That's probably the toughest thing about it. But then you have these little moments where like they do this one thing, like it could be like you're like I think you know what I'm talking about. Like they'll test you, bro. They'll test you to the fucking end of the world.
Be like, don't do that, and they'll be like
Fuck you.
a cat.
Yeah, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
And they're like, watch me.
What you gonna do if I do it? I'm gonna whoop that ass.
And then right afterwards, they do like this one thing that just makes it all go away. It just disappears, man. Just like that. You're like, yo, this right here, this is what you live for.
That is honestly what it's about.
But like evolving your life from obviously, being a single guy and just doing your own thing, worried only about yourself, to worrying about others, 2 little ones that are looking up to you and they want to be around you. They literally want to be you.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's actually really fucking tough.
So I have a question for both of you guys. Is there any like I'm sure there is, but what type of like traditional or like transcendent like lessons that you maybe have learned from like a father or a grandfather, or maybe it's not even
Please and thank you for me.
Those are the
Yeah.
best.
I tell my
Please
kid,
and thank
dude,
you.
why?
And
it's please and thank you will get you farther in this world than
just any kind
anything.
of gratitude.
Dude, anything. If I give you something and you say thank you, that's a level of respect that I can't explain that. But
Like-
please and thank you will get you farther in this fucking world than you can ever realize.
There's times that like my daughter will try me, and she'll be like even when how sometimes when someone calls, you're like, yo, what, dude? There's times she answers me with what, and I'm like, listen, I will fucking wreck your goddamn
say
life
that
right
to me.
now.
Don't say
No,
that to me.
don't fucking talk to me
Dude,
that way.
Logan,
Who do you
at
think
16,
you are? And that's what scares me, because I'm like, if that's how they are right now, and she's only 4,
just wait till 12, 13,
dude,
teenagers.
I'm like, I'm shitting my pants. Like, as for her being a girl, because she's gonna test the shit out of me, and she's gonna be like,
100%.
yeah, I know you're not gonna do shit, bro. And I'm like,
Okay, so while we're talking about like the lessons learned from and then what you carry on and give to your legacy and all these things, because they're gonna grow up. They'll die one day. You'll
A
die.
child will teach you as much as you teach them,
Yeah.
as far as patience, as far as
but
fucking
patience and gratitude
patience,
are the one
gratitude, and just
thing that you really-
appreciation.
Yeah.
A child appreciates. You do something that a child likes, child's like, yo.
like,
Dude,
dude, it could,
like, yo, I love that.
and the thing is that it doesn't have to be like an expensive fucking toy. It doesn't. You can buy this little fucking
Put a quarter in.
Dude,
Put a
yo-
quarter in and turn that knob. A child will fucking light up.
the joy
You're
of
excited
my
about it.
daughter,
It's the
the
best thing
joy of her life every now and then is having just loose paper and just confettiing the shit out of it. You don't remember when she confettied like fucking $500 on mine?
I do remember that.
You remember
Wait,
that, right?
actual money?
Yes,
Fuck,
no.
dude.
He
Oh
showed
my
us a picture. I
So,
thought his dog shit.
I- no.
She cut money up. your
No,
money.
she didn't even cut it. So I was
Dude, it's way
sleeping.
worse.
I was sleeping. I had the fucking wallet. you know, next to me, and I every single time I'm like, yo, put it up somewhere where she can't reach it. But that day I was just really fucking tired. And I woke up and
remember this picture.
I heard her shredding, and I'm used to hearing her shredding paper. But that day it sounded different. So I
Like
knew
cloth.
Like that sounds expensive. Fuck, dude.
it sounded different. And I woke up and I was like, fuck.
Oh my God.
Dude, just like $500 just confettied all around the bed.
Dude, I remember you
It
showed
was
me
a-
that picture. I was like,
The registration to my car just confettied along with it. And like that's where she teaches you patience, because you want to lose your fucking mind at that moment.
you
that
do
sounds
lose
like
your mind
that,
a little
yeah.
bit, but you're like, sweetheart,
You're like,
we don't. You try to explain it like calmly, like we don't do that to daddy's money.
and for the next few hours, I was literally
You were playing puzzle.
I was puzzling fucking money together so I could take it to the bank and be like, look, my daughter
daughter
fucked
This is
up.
what happened. This
Yeah.
is all the same bill.
That's too
But yo, yeah, shout out to B of A. They fucking gave me my money back. And you said you want kids.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I want all the cool parts.
Can I ask this? What kind of fears do you have having kids now? Because we had kids at a time where, well, I had kids.
Times
Not
were
you.
different.
I had kids when kids could be kids still. Like my 16-year-old grew up from like till he was 10, he could still ride his bike. Now, if you have kids, I mean, we don't trust other people enough to let them out there and ride their bike and be kids anymore.
You're talking about like being like in society and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this day and age. Like,
Having a child now.
I honestly like. I'm not too worried about that. I think I get what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
it used to be, the lights were up. When the lights go off, you
Dude,
gotta come home.
Shit used to be very simple.
Yeah,
Now
and
it is not.
It's different now, which I understand.
Like kids got cell phones at like 8 years old and shit now.
Well, I mean, I would say that I wouldn't want my child to have a phone or
Right.
internet access until they're a certain age.
Yeah.
But that's easy for me to say because when they're going to school and they're seeing all their friends
their
or on
friends,
their
that's
TikToks and
what-
stuff. But this stuff is just it's a lot.
It's a
And
lot.
I would like to find a community of other families or whatever that want to have summer camps or
Dude,
some kind of thing where the kids can like go out and do stuff out in the open and then
and be with other kids
and grow and
face to
learn
face,
and
not
just
fucking
be curious.
phones. Yes.
But the phone thing is a lot. The internet's a lot, and we all kind of grew up with that stuff.
Yeah.
Where
It evolved with us.
yeah, we were in the first.
We all know the
generation.
dial-up. We know the sound.
Oh yeah, where it took a long time.
We all know the
It
sound.
took a long time, and it was like it was very annoying and tough to do this stuff.
Right.
But ever since 2007, where everyone got an iPhone, now it's right in your face, and so
All the
like
time.
we just are obsessed with it, which I understand. But how's the computer?
it's good. It's
Okay.
good. We're working. It's
Okay.
light screen. We're on.
I'm just yeah. So how do we raise kids that are just going to be kids, at least for a while?
Right.
How do we preserve innocence? I don't know.
How do we let them be kids? I
Because,
don't know either. I don't
Like
get it.
my daughter, I've raised her to be extremely tough, and people give me a lot of shit about it. They're like,
fuck
yo,
that.
man, she's not a boy, and I'm like, I understand she's not a boy, but she's not gonna be a soft ass
She-
little baby.
she's
either.
still-
I'm like,
yeah.
she's gonna be a
She's
tough.
still gonna be a fucking
She's gonna,
independent.
yeah, she's
There's
gonna be
nothing wrong
independent
with
girl.
that though.
Not at all.
So I've gotten a lot of shit about that. So that's how I wanted to preserve her innocence, because I'm like we're gonna play. Like if she falls down, I'm like you're gonna be a kid that's about the shits. If
Yeah,
she wants to
you're
jump
gonna
off a
get
booth,
up.
I'm gonna be like, look, you're gonna jump off this booth, and if you eat shit, you're gonna get back up.
And you're gonna dust it
You're
off.
gonna dust that shit off.
Dust that shit off.
That's what I think when you guys say preserve the innocence, because you don't see that now.
And the independence too. Like if a kid falls down, you're there every time to help them up. They're never gonna be able to pick themselves up.
Yeah.
Or to
Ever.
grow on their own.
Or to grow or to like become what we need them to become to be in this fucking world and be successful. This is not a fun.
It's not an easy place.
It's not an easy place
and,
anymore.
and we are in
Yeah.
the easiest place to do it. But across the world, there's much tougher places to be than
Oh
in
my
America.
God.
And
People
like,
don't get that about this country. Like If you
You-
go
you've been-
go
you've
somewhere
been-
else.
Yeah, you've been
Go
across.
somewhere else
Yeah.
and see how they live, and I swear you probably still won't have appreciation, but you should, because we got it. America, we got it easy, dude. It's
Yeah,
an easy
dude.
street.
Super easy.
Do you want to go on to some new topics real quick?
Yeah,
Let me
let's
grab
definitely
let
do
me
it.
grab water.
Okay. You get water. I'll ask you first. I want to know who your favorite bartender is and why.
Care
And you
Bear.
can't say me. I know it's me. But there's got to be somebody that you kind of like secretly like, or that just makes your day better. It doesn't have to
Honestly,
be here. It could be like anywhere. It doesn't matter.
oh, anywhere. Well, I don't go anywhere else.
You just come here.
I just come here. This is like my home away from fucking home because this is where my family is. Like I love the people here. I'm sorry. Do you mind giving me my Gatorade as well?
Not at all.
Thank you. Yeah.
No, this one.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Okay, so then who is it?
It's a tie.
You're just playing favorites around.
No,
He
I'm
is.
not.
He's being a nice guy right now.
But if I wanted to give one up, honestly, it has to be the favorite
The
one.
one, yeah.
And I think it's because he understands me more. It has to be Gary.
Big Gare?
Big Gary Bear.
Why?
Because he understands, like, we're in the same, like, era and same mindset. So where if I'm having a bad day,
I can see it.
he could see it.
Right.
He knows when I'm having a bad fucking day.
And
And
he's not asking questions.
he's not
just-
asking
just-
fucking questions. He's like, hey, what's going on about this? What's going on? It's like, dude, like, just,
I get it.
Everything,
yeah, like, I'll
everything
show up.
else.
He's like, yo, dude, here. If you need to talk, I'm right here. If you don't, cool, bro. Like,
That's awesome.
because a woman won't, she does, I'm not saying
They
that,
want to know.
They
They
wanna
want to
dig.
know. They're
Yeah,
like,
they
hey,
wanna
what's up?
dig.
And
They wanna
there's,
dig.
there's times that you're like, I just want to leave it the fuck alone, please. Like,
Where-
just leave me alone.
I don't want to be at home with my thoughts. I don't want to be out here talking about my shit. I just want to fucking be here.
Yeah, because honestly,
wanna be
one,
here.
one of the most dangerous places to be,
Is in your goddamn
it's in your
head.
thoughts, out alone at home.
Oh,
Like,
that
you
is
go,
the most
that's
dangerous
scary.
place.
like,
for,
as a father, you go through some dark shit in your head, dude.
dude, I cry a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. I'll watch fucking stupid shit.
And that's what a lot of people don't
Dude.
realize. Like, I cry a lot, and you've actually seen me cry. Like, I'll hold my shit in until I get in the car, and then I'll fucking burst into tears.
Yeah.
It's honestly, I don't cry until I leave this bar.
Is that because you don't want to fucking be looked at?
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's-
obviously we're raised in the era where, like,
Men don't cry.
you don't fucking have
Men don't
emotions.
cry.
You don't cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also is it not the point of like being like coming to a place like this and just being like, I want to forget. the
Forget
other
everything.
things.
I don't want to
And you-
talk about it. I don't want to
And you
cry
forget
here.
it.
And
You
you
forget
do.
it.
Yeah.
You do forget it. But there's times that you just, and I've learned this in the past 3 weeks that I've been going through some shit in my life. You have to let it go. Like, you got to let it out. Because I used to bottle my shit in all the fucking time.
Boom.
I'm the kind of guy that thinks, like, hey, I'm going to box this shit up and I'm going to bury it deep inside
Right.
my fucking
You
soul.
shove it down in there.
Yeah,
You
and
don't
never
ever bring it
fucking-
up
you
again.
never bring it up. You never talk about it.
There's like a utility to that. There's a utility of doing that, and it's what the rest of society demands from us.
You're right.
Or your kids, or our wives, or whatever, where people don't. We're not supposed to be that way.
For my kids though, like for Lil L, he needs to see me cry.
Yeah.
He needs to see that, you know what, I am Daddy's a big dude. Daddy's a big man. But also you are allowed to fucking cry. This is actually good for you. And for him to see that and be able to show that emotion.
Which you can be like the big, strong, tough, but also, hey, there's more to the
Dude,
situation.
that's part of being big, strong, and tough.
Oh, I didn't even think about it like that.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
that is the backing of who the fuck I am.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, that makes a lot of
And
sense.
you learn that after a while. I just started learning it, honestly. I'm 4 years old. 3 weeks ago is when I started being like, I gotta fucking let
That's
it
the
out.
kids teaching
I
us.
gotta fucking let it out,
That's the
dude.
kids teaching us.
Respect.
Because if I don't, like, it affects my kids.
It affects your whole
And
life.
it affects my relationship with my kids.
affects your relationship
Like,
with everything.
even though you're like, how though? It does, man. Like, you're not fucking there. You're just you're zoned the fuck out the entire time, not giving a shit about anything other than being in this dark, stupid fucking circle.
Right.
So this whole thing about like where we're trying to like protect our toughness and like not trying to show weakness is really just like a selfish thing for ourselves until you have children or a wife or whatever, and it's like, okay, now you have to like be vulnerable about these things because it does matter to your kids and,
Yeah.
and wife.
But you have to learn to be vulnerable because you're still in your mindset when you're doing it at first. You're like, no, I can't do this shit.
Oh,
Like
That's how I
like,
feel.
you're
Yeah.
doing it with people and you're like, yeah, nah, bro.
dude,
Right.
in that mental, that it's a mental game. Like, oh, I gotta be tough, I gotta be strong, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But what about you? Like, you gotta fucking
Because that's what it is. You're putting everybody else first.
Yeah,
As a man, you're putting
100%.
this person's happiness, that person's happiness. this
I'm
and
the
that.
last one I
And then
need
at
to
the
protect.
end, you're like, hey, I get to go to the fucking bar for a couple hours and be with my friends.
just talk fucking dumb.
Yeah, like we do.
Right. I'm trying to figure out how to like navigate where we want to be tough because we want to protect people, right?
Yeah.
And
But
and then we're talking about like looking at our own lives, because if you can't protect yourself or make yourself okay,
Right.
it's really tough for you to do that, for the rest of your family.
to look at it like it's okay.
Right.
To say that you're protecting us too. If you can't feel that way about yourself, then nobody else is gonna feel that way about you.
So my question is like, where do we draw the line as far as being too selfish for our own? Because I'm very selfish. Like my life is pretty much I just do whatever I want to do, and I've got no responsibilities. I'm the extreme of that example,
Yeah.
and so I'm trying to ask you guys, because you were not in the same situation. How much is caring about yourself? How important is that to your family, as opposed to like being strong and tough and all these things?
I believe
Is that a
that.
fair question? I know
No,
it's
that's a great
little
question,
bit
actually.
choppy.
I think that like caring about yourself is 100% more important than being strong and like tough.
But it's also hard to fucking do that.
You got
Because I would rather be strong and tough for the people I love than for myself.
yeah, but you
It's-
have to you do have
You
to
have to
keep
make
in the back
yourself
of your
a
head
priority.
every now and then. You have to make yourself a priority and be like, I need this, because if you don't have that, when you have people that depend on you,
Then you
it
can't be
fucking
who you are.
it destroys you from the fucking inside. It destroys you.
I have a little bit of an idea how that is. Obviously, I don't have kids, but I do have some issues with my life where I don't take care of myself as best as I should.
None of us
And-
do.
Right, but you can see it with my staff. Like I come here and it's your family.
Yeah.
Your family. Like we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
And I know that when I'm not behaving the way I should be behaving, whether it's like gym stuff or just being responsible, that type of stuff, it shows with staff or it shows with my friends or even my family. I have my sister. She's the most important person in the world to me. And she just sometimes just lets me have it, and I gotta correct myself. Yeah.
That's
I believe that that's something that family should do though.
yes,
Of course.
Like that's
100%.
like us.
Yeah.
We've been there like every
If you
single time.
can't fucking set me straight, then how close are we?
Right.
If my like I'll talk to my mom, just be like, motherfucker, stop. Like, calm down. You need to chill out. If you can't take those words from loved ones, you ain't gonna take them from anybody. Ever. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so his favorite bartender is you.
dude, I'm
Amazing.
loved.
You were a bar back like a year ago, and then I have to come in here, and now I'm your bar back. Like, wrap your head around that shit.
Look, I'm
Now
not gonna
the
complain.
hunted is now the hunter, and I'm just like some fucking guy.
The
That's right.
teacher has
And
become.
everyone's like, Gary, who's your new bar back? He
Dude.
sucks. And like,
I'm like, yeah, that's the fucking owner.
He
So
works
show
for
some
me, Dick.
respect.
He like Kung Fu
this guy
Panda that
pays
shit.
my
no,
bills.
seriously, yeah.
Dude.
It's but I'm very proud of you. Like, just to be on a more lighthearted note, you come from. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about you like starting and all that stuff. But
Right.
like, let's do that. Let's just do that. Gary, let's talk about the first phone call we had. I remember it
Dude.
very well. I was in the office.
I remember it perfectly because I
So
was
what?
on the couch watching the show. I literally had the bong in my hand. And my phone, I was like, that's a weird number. It's kind of late for,
Oh, you
for a
answered it.
creditor's call. I never answer random numbers. And I was like, nah, fuck it. It's Dub. He's like, hey, this is Dub at Dilly Dally. Paige said
Paige
you
gave
might
me-
be interested
Yeah.
in bar backing. You think you can help us out tonight? And I'm sitting there like this, stoned to shit. I'm like, I looked left and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing anything. And then I came down. That was
And then
it.
from then on, it was just, you know,
was it.
history was made.
That's fucking great.
Dude,
great.
it was fucking amazing. That's the most beneficial phone call I've ever probably had in my life.
Just it's one moment.
Dude,
Like-
it was me answering that fucking call.
Yep.
That changed my life, dude.
It honestly changed my life too. You're great at your job. All the praise. Like I can say a million things great about you, but I think the greatest thing about you is that you're a leader and you really care about the business and you care about people more so
do.
than anybody else. Like
He does.
I'm somebody, you know, I like to, whatever. I get a lot of shit about being friends with everybody, but the thing is that like, you really just really care about people.
I do. I give a fuck, dude.
And it's
I do give a
it's
fuck.
so nice. It's so refreshing. People feel it. He feels it. You're his number one. So like, now I'm gonna ask you, who's your favorite bartender?
That's a fucking good one. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Dude, it's probably gotta be either. Dana doesn't work here a lot. I love Dana.
You love
I love
Dana?
Dana.
Dude, she's
Dana's
fucking great.
Dude,
Dope
she's the
as shit.
best. I
Dude.
love Dana.
She's
Okay.
a fucking bad. She's
You want-
good,
hey,
dude.
Dana's a hard, cold bitch. Too.
She is
like,
the nicest person, but she will also cut you.
She's so nice, but she'll tear
She
you down.
will cut you.
Yeah, I go
Like
on-
it's either Dana or you.
Because
I love Dana.
She'll be here once in a blue moon. She's normally
She was
at the
here last
bar.
night.
Was she?
Strictly
Yeah.
biz,
Dude, all
Strictly
business,
biz.
nothing but love.
She's very pretty. You know,
She's beautiful, but she's also fucking fun and nice and hilarious.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've had like endless conversations about our
awesome.
kids. Like, just that's how much of a caring person she is. She's like, "Hey, you have a daughter.
She
How are
cares.
fucking
She's
things
very
going?"
real.
And
Yes.
I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah, that's why like her and
Very
A work so fucking perfect, dude. It's,
Oh yeah.
it's amazing.
And I remember in the beginning, a lot of people were just questioning that you know that relationship.
Yeah.
And it has worked out so fucking beautifully.
Dude,
like
they're-
the two of them together,
They work perfectly.
they're great. And honestly, I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for her.
Dude, everybody's
It's-
happy.
I mean, they both rolled the dice and snake eyes came up, and it's like, wow, okay, this works, you know. And
Yeah.
they care about each other. Dana's awesome. Sorry, Dana, for dropping her name out there, but
I have a
no,
question
she's
for
great.
you. Obviously you have a past life that you dealt with, and I know it's really hard. My question is like, how hard was it to transition from that to this laid back area where you work with family, and it's just because I know that life must have been a little bit stressful,
Right.
And you had a lot that you had to do on a daily basis. I'm not saying you don't hear,
Right.
But it's not the same.
It's definitely not the same. Dude, I was working at PXG. I was doing 5 a.m. I was going to work. I was leaving here at 2, going to work at 5. Only because Logan needed braces. That's the only reason I fucking took it.
What
And then
that cost you?
this became like my love. It's not, I don't come to work. I come to fucking hang out with my boys and slang some drinks. It's fucking like that.
Yeah.
So like when I was doing factory shit, golf club shit, it's 100% different. Like you if you're not asleep by 10, you're fucked. But now I go to sleep. I'll go home and play video games for 6 hours after work and go to
Yeah.
sleep at 10 a.m.
What's the game you're playing right now?
Dude,
Survivor or something?
Salvage or something. It's a problem. It's a
a
problem.
problem.
It's a problem.
It'll be like 3 a.m. and he's
Dude,
like,
no,
I lost my
I
wallet."
woke up. I woke up with the controller. I was like, take your ass to bed, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played video games like that since I was little.
Guys, to be honest, last time I played video games was with
At
you
my
guys
house.
at Mortal Kombat competition.
Oh yeah, we do. Dude, were you there for that?
No, he
I
wasn't.
heard.
Oh, yeah.
I had to work that night. You guys
I had
came
a few of
in.
the guys over and we played some games and
I did hear Yamzi just fucking showed
He
up and
beasted
just
the fucking-
started pounding Monty.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. I mean, just
It's
roll around.
whatever.
Yeah. So,
That was a fun night.
okay. Rick wanted me to talk about like AI stuff for a second, and I think we're running out of time.
We're actually at the 30-minute mark.
Oh, okay.
We still got a bit in a few minutes.
So we're doing like the
Cool.
family dad stuff, and so I was listening to this guy talk about how like one day we're gonna have like a device, like a phone or some kind of thing, a chip in our head, or whatever it is, and it's just gonna record everything that we do. And the whole point of it
Our
is,
cell phone.
Like some Black Mirror shit.
Our cell phone?
yeah, but like
No.
way more than you think.
Like,
Like-
a memory store, like the stores your continents.
My point is not to freak you out. My point about the story is that like everything that you ever have done will be recorded and then it'll be a private thing, or hopefully.
Nothing's private.
Well, I know. But ideally, it'd be private, and then we'll have like an AI like program be you when you're dead. And so the point of this is that when you guys perish and when your son has a son and he has a son and he has a son, that he could go and have a straight up conversation with you.
Bringing old Gare Bear back.
Right, like you.
That's crazy.
there
That's a
could be
little weird, dude.
That's great, dude.
So
you know how much different
you
it's
could-
gonna be in like my grandchildren to have a conversation with me.
Right. So it back
insane.
in the the old days when you go into the wilderness and you take peyote or whatever it is and talk to your spirits and
Right.
stuff. Well, I'm talking about actually doing it for real.
Like actually having a conversation.
Everything you've ever said, everything you ever thought, everything that you've ever seen, done, whatever, is in this program. And now your great-great-grandchild gets to go and have, hey, what do you think about this? And it's going to answer the way that you would actually answer it because it has everything you've ever done.
That's not
That's
gonna
trippy,
that's not
dude.
gonna age well. Because if I asked my grandfather 100 years ago a question about almost anything, it's gonna fucking
He's gonna have a complete
He's gonna
fucking
have-
different
dude,
answer.
No, I know that.
he's gonna have
But
a whole
doesn't that
different.
sound interesting? Like,
Oh,
would you
goddamn right.
would you not want to go and talk to like
Oh,
your
Well,
father?
I
from
mean, I got a couple
10,000
questions.
years ago.
I got a couple questions,
Yeah, you would, but at the same, dude.
but it's gonna come off fucking hard.
Dated, sure,
Think of like
but also that's how you're like, your digital soul lives on. It's like, it's real life.
But it's not your soul.
No, it's
but
not.
it's
It's
everything that
it's
made
everything
you.
about
It's
you.
everything you thought.
It's
made
everything
you who
you've
you
ever
are.
done. Every conversation you ever had.
No, this sounds terrible.
Yeah,
this
like,
sounds terrible.
The more you think about it, it's the worse it gets because we've done some shit.
No, I know that, but everyone has done stuff.
Yeah, but like, there's not gonna be unless they put like the safety feature where they can't ask you some fucking shit. It's like, yo, tell me if
ask
you can
a
start a
question,
secret. And
ask
like,
a que-
listen,
I'm not-
Why
I
do you
can't.
care? You're dead.
yeah, I know, but
I do care because my lineage will live on through my kids. I very much care because who I am helps them become who the fuck they are.
and what if that happens to change because in
Yeah, but
100 years
you're
we
talking
find out
about
that
your
Gary has 40
immediate
bodies
children.
in his backyard?
I am talking about
I'm talking about
my
Logan's
children's-
son's daughter's son. If that person wants to come and talk to you, how does that happen?
I still want that person to fucking.
He can read a book. He can read a letter.
That's so tough.
He can read
That's-
some art that you made. I don't know.
Dude,
That's a little tough, though.
Like if I took advice from a 100-year-old,
I'm not even talking about advice. I'm just saying you could have a relationship with somebody who's been dead for 100, 200 years.
that's happening right now.
That's happening
It's
currently.
happening.
So when we're talking about fathering children, having these things in our lives, like what if it's not just your kids? What if it's like way farther down?
Take that a step further. They're like growing bodies that you could put these consciousnesses in.
Yeah, and then now you're back.
Now
and
you're
all of a
back.
Now you're
sudden,
back. and it's
Now
like,
you're
well,
back.
Oh,
like
God.
Gary
No,
Bear's
I've
back
been-
in
I've been alive for, like,
2050,
180,
500.
180 years, but
Yeah, that's it.
I still didn't
Can you
learn much.
imagine?
Dude,
coming back in the same way that.
That would not be.
Yeah, it's like 21:40, and we're all at the
yeah.
same
You know
bar,
how-
sitting
you know
in the
how bad it
same
would
fucking
be?
booth.
What are you pussies doing, dude? Get out of here.
Welcome to the Scorch Corner.
The Scorch Corner has 3,000 years of wisdom. And
Just
we're
got a
doing the
new
same
body,
thing.
guys. I'm feeling fucking good.
That's
Remember
hilarious.
last time my elbow was hurting? Not today, ladies
Not
and
today.
gentlemen.
Look at it. It's
This
good.
episode was sponsored by MCOM.
But that's a real thing.
I know.
That's fucking.
That's where we are now in today's
Dude,
day.
honestly, just my dad's dad. If I this is like a white trucker that grew up in Oakland as like a Hell's Angels
Oh shit!
like side guy. He
Oh,
would-
he has some stories.
dude.
That man has a fucking book.
Dude, this guy. All right, so he died without his legs, but he had one real leg and a prosthetic, and a lady bumped into him. And he kicked the leg off. It was like, lady, look what you did. She broke down. Like, this motherfucker did not care. I would hate to see him in today's day and age, where
Oh, bro, he'd be punking people left and right.
But don't you think that would be amazing to just have?
I
That
would
experience?
love to fucking be
I
there.
feel
Yeah.
like that would also help society in a way, because
Every ass whooping you deal is helping society. I hate to say it like that, but people do not have consequences anymore.
they don't. Not like we used to.
Dude, you say something stupid when we were kids, you got popped in the mouth.
And it doesn't matter by who.
Yeah, but like, so my question to you guys, or the rational of thinking about this is that we all live in this normal situation where you are born, you live your life, you pass on
Right.
your
then it's
wisdom, and then it's over
But
for
now-
you, and then you have to rely on the new legacies. So, but what if that doesn't? What if that's not true anymore? Meaning, like, what if Joseph can just live forever?
But
And-
what's
and-
stopping?
And then what does that mean to society? Because we're all talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
What we think needs to happen, and we're basing that off of a father or a grandfather or whoever, a mother, you know, who is telling us, hey, this is what.
This is how it goes. This is the way it is.
Yeah, but now it might not be like that. It might be like just it all combined. And when it gets all combined, where like no one ever dies, then what happens? Because the normal way of life that we have is going
It's
to
gone.
be
It's
over
changed.
in like 100 years. It's not going to be the same thing. And so
I don't wanna live forever.
No, no one
No,
does.
no one
Tired.
does.
I'm
Yeah,
tired
I'm
now.
tired.
Everybody says they do.
Tired right now.
Everybody says they do, and then you hit like your mid-30s. And
Dude,
you're like,
once
I
you hit
don't
like
wanna
70, you're like, fucking, he won't take me.
I know.
Yeah, like, you're like, damn it, dude, you just fucking let me wake up again.
Well, I'm still alive.
The other thing that I think about is like atrophy. So like if I tell you, hey Gary, you got to set the bar up and you get an hour, so you get 1 hour. But what if I said you have forever? You have forever to set up the bar.
I mean, that'd probably be the last thing I do then.
Yeah.
You would never do it.
Exactly.
That's my worry about this whole
This-
transcendence thing.
yeah.
Where if we have wisdom that goes on forever, where people never die, or they have like AI robots that are those people, and then it's like, well, it doesn't matter because I will forever have time.
Damn.
That's what I'm thinking about right now. Is this what could really like the bad repercussions for human life because we need to die.
What's also going to stop everything else from like changing your words? Your words are a program now.
That's a question that I have for Joseph.
That's a like it's
We
a
have
program,
right now-
so it can tell you
yeah.
whatever the fuck they
Okay,
want to tell
so
you.
I just type in paint a Renaissance painting of clowns storming Normandy Beach, and it fucking does
Pops
it.
up.
And it's beautiful.
Like
so
that.
so now what happens when I say, hey, I want a tattoo of X, Y, and Z, and I'm gonna have a machine or whatever do it. I'm not saying that you'll be replaced, but what I'm saying is that the artwork that you make, when is it going to not be human art?
Right.
Okay, so
Your
it's
creativity.
already there.
It's already there.
It's already
there.
there. Let me put it this way. Yes. If
Fire,
someone,
this is your thing. This is your
if someone,
segment.
if someone happens to like, because normally nowadays what you do as a tattoo artist is like, yo, I want this, this, and this, and we'll Google images or we'll Pinterest images and we'll be like, yo, okay, cool, find the sickest dove you find. Oh, you want some roses? Find the nicest roses you can find. high pixels,
Yeah.
high res. So that's what we do. And then like after so many years of doing that, we all know that fucking dove. So like if someone's like, yeah, I want a dove, or if I see someone walking by with a nice dove tattoo, I'm like, I know I know where you got that image from.
I googled that.
I googled it. I googled it like hundreds of times already. I have it saved.
So
somewhere.
are you saying that we're essentially doing the same thing that the AIs are doing?
So no, what I'm saying is that's what we used to do.
Trying to figure out.
That's what we used to do. But I downloaded the AI software that paints for you now.
Yeah.
So when a client comes in, they're like, "Yo, I want a Maker's Mark bottle with a portrait of, I don't know, let's say Bill Murray dressed up as a clown." And instead of me drawing it up, I just type it in.
And then it gets drawn up.
And then it
you
gets drawn
copy what
up,
it's doing.
and then I literally just transfer it to my printer, and that's that.
That's
But
a
then,
lot.
but those are literal images that no one ever sees again.
So how do we identify between the two? Because we're talking
now
about.
you can't.
We're talking about. No, we can. We can definitely do
No,
it.
digital trace and whatnot. Yeah.
No. You just told me. You just told me that when you go and see somebody has a dove on their arm or whatever, that you know where that came from.
Yeah.
So like you might just be one human that can identify that, but like eventually we can help have the software or whatever it is identify those things too, and therefore those things become, even if they're the most original creative pieces of art.
Eventually, it becomes-
Eventually, we're
They're-
going to be like,
you're
okay,
gonna
that's fake,
replicate
that's
it,
fake,
yeah.
that's fake.
Yep.
These are all computer things, okay?
You're definitely gonna be able to do that.
Right, but I think there's going to, and this is the big thing, this is the big motive that I wanted to talk about today. All this stuff that's figuring out math, science, all the computer engineering, all these things that they'll be solved for us, where we won't have to like do anything, and it'll be figured out. The things that will be left for us to like figure out that the computers won't be able to figure out is art, is theology,
Creativity and shit.
creativity, the things that like they can't just have, because the reality is that your son or your kids or whatever, they make some stupid crayon art
Right.
thing.
They make fridge art.
That's
Yeah.
real. That
That's-
means something
that's-
to you.
yeah, you
that
goddamn
means
right.
something, right? And a computer will never be able to do what
As a
Gary's
tattoo
kid will
artist?
be able to do,
As a
and
tattoo
no one will be able to
artist.
do what you'll be able to do too.
Yes.
So like,
They can
eventually,
do it on paper, but what it means is
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
different.
and what you've seen, how it's been created.
How while watching that shit.
I mean, we can all go onto the chat thing and be like, hey, I want you to create a child's drawing of a family, and it'll be gorgeous.
it'll
but
be
it's not-
perfect.
it's
but
not
it's
real.
not. It's not real.
It's not real. It's just a
That
algorithm.
will never ever change. That's your soul. That's your
I
heart.
don't think that a tattoo artist in general will ever be replaced by a machine. I'm beyond thinking that, because I know that it's not going to happen. Because what people want to do when they come get
Yeah,
a
but
tattoo,
like your talent is based on your talent.
yeah,
But now we're talking about your talent being replaced by a machine.
correct.
Like,
But
you
I
put
don't
your
just,
arm in.
But I don't just sell my talent. That's the one thing that I don't think you understand. I also sell myself as a person and the conversations that I have with people.
So it's like me or
it's
Gary
like you guys
bartending.
bartending, and you guys
You can buy a Bud Light anywhere.
exactly. You can buy a Bud Light anywhere.
Well,
but
nobody's buying Bud Light, guys.
Yeah, well, I got that on here too. We can do that one
But
after.
we come here because we like that connection. Like me, I'm a tattoo artist, and every now and then I joke around it because I'm like, yo, yeah, I'm an unlicensed therapist, because of the fact that like
All of us.
I can tell you so many stories that clients have told me. Like
Right.
I know
And
so
that's
much.
what we do here too.
Yeah.
I know
That's
a
the
lot of
exact same
personal
thing.
stuff about a lot of people. I honestly do.
Yeah.
Like I can tell you the background to so and so's husband, what he's been doing, his deepest darkest secrets, and I can tell you the backstory of why she's getting this tattoo and what it means to her,
Right.
and what happened with her brother, things like that.
That's a long
That's-
story
that's
too
the-
with a
that's the
tattoo.
important thing, yeah.
That's,
so
what makes
that's why
it
I'm
different.
not worried about, hey, machines are going to replace tattoo artists in the future. It's like they won't, because people need that connection. As a person, you want someone to talk to. You need someone to go to and be like, hey, bro, what's up? How's your day been? It's been all right, man. Let's just, sit, have a conversation, and let's talk about it. This is what humanity is based off of.
You need that interaction.
You need it. So I feel like I'm going to be okay, but in case I'm not, I'll make a resume.
For sure. I've already trained you to bar back here.
Yeah.
You work with Becca. Okay,
Okay, so then the other thing I wanted to talk about was like boycotts. We talked about Bud Light, whatever. But I mean, do you really? Here's the thing that I wanted to, the topic that I wanted to talk about. I feel like, so June's coming up, so we got Pride Month, right? And so for the entire month, we're going to be having like, you know, all this rainbow colored stuff everywhere, and it's not necessarily, in my opinion, to support Pride. I think it's just to attract people to spend money.
I believe that it's the same thing, honestly. Yeah, it's not
Because-
that they're supporting it; it's the fact that they see that they can hit another market.
They can make money with
They
it.
can make money off of it. So they're like, they're saying like, okay, how can we do that? Like, let's exploit them.
Right.
So I didn't
100%.
want to say it, but I was like, let's exploit this,
No, it's 100% what's happening.
and it's happening around the world.
Totally, all over. I mean, look at the. I often look at the past like movements where we had Occupy Wall Street in like 2009 or 2008, and like everyone was so pissed off at all these like banks, and now all of a sudden like J.P. Morgan throws a rainbow flag on their float, and people are just
People
like,
love 'em.
We love you. So, like, do you guys not remember 10 years ago that they were like? I mean, it's just it's odd to me. So.
It's crazy.
It's just it's a marketing
Right.
technique.
So my point is that like with the boycotts and all these things, this is the first time that like people have not bought Bud Light because of this type of situation
Right.
or those types of brands, and I think it's because I feel like if you piss off people on the left, a lot of bad stuff happens.
They call the manager.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
left is manager.
But if you piss off people on the right, like it rarely happens. There's a new commercial with the Ford Raptor, and it's got
Yeah,
like
dude, I saw it last
Wait,
night.
I haven't seen it.
I saw it last night.
it's an electric Ford F-150 Raptor. It's a sick Raptor,
It's sick,
and
but it's rainbow.
it's rainbow. But
I mean, I think that's an option maybe, but
But let me ask you: Would you still, if you had the dough and you wanted a Raptor, would you still buy the Raptor?
not that one.
Well, not that one particular.
Oh,
but would,
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care.
If I like a Raptor,
I'm
whatever
gonna buy
you
a Raptor.
did, yes.
If there's a Bud Light and I want a Bud Light, I'm gonna buy a Bud Light.
If I want Bud
I
Light, I'm
don't
drinking
care.
Bud Light. I don't give a fuck what you think or say about this.
It-
If I
no,
like it,
for
then
me-
I like
for
it.
me-
This is a
for
fucking
me-
rainbow.
Yeah.
I cleared it. I don't
No,
give a shit.
it's a product, right? And if you want it, I want to be able to get it.
Exactly.
I don't really dive into like the social concern or the social
I'm not jumping on your
civics of
bandwagon.
like whatever it is. If I want it, I want to get it.
Yeah, I don't care what you think about how I want it
But
or what I.
How you
But
feel
the-
about
but
it.
the
If
other
you just
way-
want the beer.
Is if you're like a Chick-fil-A and you close on Sundays, now you're racist chicken and people will explode
It's
about
insanity.
and so like you really get hurt when you market for a certain side of the aisle, but if you market for the other side of the aisle,
You're fine.
It's a low
kind of
risk.
get hurt, but not really.
It's low risk.
It's very low risk. So that's why everyone's doing it. Like no one really, they don't really care about
They
all
don't
of
care.
the alphabet soup thing.
They do not
They
care.
don't care. They want money, and I get that. It's
Care about
capitalism.
dollars. Yeah.
But I just think that it's interesting that there is a giant. This is the first time that there's been a giant conservative boycott on a brand, a big brand, the number one
It's
beer
huge.
brand.
It's
Yeah.
the biggest beer brand there is, I believe.
And the reason why I bring it up is because I'm watching our stuff come in. Like, I don't have Bud Light come in anymore.
Dude,
Oh,
like,
so that's
And
what I
this-
was gonna ask you.
I'm,
A lot
I'm,
of-
I'm not telling James what to do. I'm not. All he's doing is going in and looking.
Seeing what
we
sells.
got a lot of Bud Light. We don't need any more Bud Light.
We don't.
Like, and we're not selling it. And when I'm buying the bar, you or anybody, I'm not restocking. This
I don't
stuff.
think
Dude,
I've ever
I-
actually seen anybody order a Bud Light
It's
here.
insane.
I've
to
given
me.
out like 4 Bud Lights in the last month.
I can't
That's
remember.
not, it's not
Whoa.
an exaggeration.
That's
I can't remember touching one. You know, and the entire idea or the entire like outrage is pretty silly in my opinion.
It
but
is
like,
silly.
It's just weird that this is the one time where people are really like teed off about this.
Dude.
And
It's,
like I get it, I understand like some people aren't on board with all this stuff, but it's just like of all the things to be outraged about, this is the one that you guys
you
picked.
get mad about
It's
your beer?
beer.
You get mad about your
It's
beer?
Bud Light.
I think
it's trash beer. Like I'm gonna be honest. Sorry, Anheuser-Busch.
It's light
but
beer.
It's
It-
me.
it's-
It's,
it
just-
Light
fucking
beer is
sucks.
all the same.
it sucks.
It's all the same.
it sucks. But
It's so fucking bad.
so I, don't
I remember
know.
though back in the day getting fucked up off of like.
Dude,
It just makes
I
me
drink Busch
wonder-
Light at home, Keystone. I'm a cheap beer guy. I don't give a fuck. If it's light beer, I'll drink it. Drink
Right.
30 of them.
I just thought that was kind of interesting.
It is crazy.
Because I think they.
And Miller Lite's jumping on. Theirs is a little different,
Their commercial came out weeks prior.
but I've never seen it.
I think
it's
that-
all about
Make
women
like a big-
making
I think it's the
beer
way
and
it's the
it's
way that
different,
Bud Light
but-
approached it. They just fucking slapped
They
it on
went
there
hard.
and went fucking hard on the paint with it.
Yeah.
They were like, no holding back.
Yeah, but like from a business point of view, I understand. I can't remember her name, but she's like the director of marketing, and she's just like, listen, we're just trying to get more market share, and like, I get that.
I get it.
It's understandable.
But
You're
the
marketing
shareholders and
to
everything.
whoever. There's another group of people that want to do it, but it just kind of pisses people off because there's definitely two camps in this country where, you know,
But
one camp wants just hey like normalcy,
live and let live.
and the other one wants to like change a lot of stuff, and I think a lot of people are just
and here's the thing, like, yeah, here in Bud Light might not sell, but if you go to 7th Ave, I bet you it's selling like fucking
Wildfire.
hotcakes,
yeah.
bro.
But is it selling enough?
Like, oh, I don't think it.
gotta
I
sell
mean,
a
I
lot
don't
of
You
know.
got to think about who
You gotta
drink-
sell a lot
who
of it.
drinks
sell
beer.
a lot.
But also, you have the big events, like,
Well, shit. I mean, where
because they closed down Steel Park for it.
Yeah, they did.
They shut down Steel Park next month. Steel Park's gonna get shut down, just for that. And I know they're gonna
You're right.
they're gonna love it.
No, you're right.
How much time do we have?
We have 10 minutes left.
Okay, one last question. Ricky, he's not here today. He's in Vegas.
Good luck, Rick.
Be safe.
What happened? What happened last night with you? Because you and Ricky had these two kind of females that were pretty interested.
You know, I would love to tell you exactly
Okay.
what happened,
We don't,
but
have, to, we don't have to
I
bury you
don't.
during this.
Do you not remember, or is it just
No, I mean it's all coming back a little at a time, but yeah, I pissed myself last night, so
Oh, did you?
urination.
yeah,
It's gonna hurt you.
we're not gonna read.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, no, very very pretty girl. I don't recall her name, but
She was beautiful.
she was friendly,
Nice.
very friendly girl.
Very
What about Rick? What was going on
Dude,
the friend. We'll let him.
friend?
We'll
Good
let him
old
come
Rick.
back.
Jesus.
Yeah, we'll let him come back.
there? Rick.
So Ricky wanted to know about how what it takes to be 86. What does 86 mean, and like how like what would it take for you to?
it takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
Takes repeat, like
Repeat?
habitual line stepper.
But
I'll
also,
say.
do you not feel like there are certain like specific things?
Oh, 100%.
So like if there's any like for me any kind of violence in any way,
Yeah. Dude,
That's
if you're showing aggression, you gotta go.
you have to go.
I don't want to fight you.
No.
And if you keep this up, I'm going to be the guy that has to either kick you out or fucking fight you.
Right.
And I don't want to do that, so you got to go now.
Exactly.
It takes a lot to get 86th. But it doesn't take too much to get kicked out, but 86th, it takes a lot.
It's yeah. The
If you
repeat
come
offenses-
back like 3 times, if I kick you out the next day, you come back, and I'm like, dude, you got to go. You have to leave it out. You have to go again. If I kick you out 3 times, it's fucking
it's a problem.
the 3 knockdown rule.
Yeah.
So when you 86 someone, how long does it normally last?
I mean, there's lifetime bans, and what he's
Depends
talking
on what
about.
you did.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you did.
Definitely depends on what you did.
Right.
If you're kind of being an asshole or just being fucking stupid, I'll give you like, you come back 3 months later and you're cool. Fuck it.
Completely fine.
I'll forget it. But a lot of people are the same being. They get drunk again, they do the same shit. Fucking, you're kicked out again.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I feel like the people that get 86 here, they won't come back. They're like, oh fuck, we don't even want to deal with it.
Most
But
of them.
that's because they've
Most
had
of
the
'em.
chances too.
Yeah, most of them, because
Most of them.
we've seen some shit, and I'm like, yeah, like, dude, you're just don't come back. Like,
It's embarrassing for them to come back. If you get 86 from a place, usually you did some stupid shit.
I feel like if you get 86 from like a local dive bar, Like
You
you,
get
had to
86
do
from
some shit.
Dilly
bro.
Dally, you
If
fucked
you get
up.
86 from Dilly Dally,
You fucked up.
It's quite simple. The rule is that you're a guest in somebody's house, and so if somebody that lives there,
Disrespects it.
well, yeah. So like if somebody's doing something, it doesn't matter. Oftentimes people don't realize what they're doing, right? But when the owner of the house, or in this case, bartender, barback, whatever, says you gotta go, or hey, your night's over, there's no argument.
There's no argument.
The answer is, here's as much money as I can give you. Here's $100. I'm really sorry. I will leave out of which store you pick.
Right now.
Can I come back another day and apologize?
Right.
Thank you very much. I'm really sorry. And then you immediately leave.
That
But that's
should be
never
it.
the case.
that's never the case.
The case is always,
Why?
Right.
why? What did
Argue.
I do?
I'm gonna
Like,
argue. Well, they did. It's like
just leave.
at that point.
Just go home.
At that
Or
point,
go
you
anywhere
become
else.
like parent. Why? Because I fucking said so, dude. You gotta go.
Yeah,
Like it
there-
doesn't
there's
matter
no
why
other reason.
anymore.
It's
Ugh.
yeah.
But once people get drunk, they fucking. Well, this is. I don't care.
There's no story that will change my
The
outcome
more you
here.
talk to me, the more
The more
angry
you're
I'm
kicked
getting.
out.
Like,
Yeah.
dude,
The longer it is.
yeah. Well, let me explain. I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter. Just if I say you gotta go, I'm not making this shit up. I'm not like I don't like those shoes or whatever. You gotta go. You get kicked out for a fucking reason.
The point that people don't realize is that when you come in here as a guest and you're hanging out, having drinks, shots, hitting on girls, playing pool, whatever,
Right.
You're focused on those things. When you're working, or Beck or me or anybody, I got a front row 4K view
I'm focused
of
on
the
you.
entire place, and if I'm now focused on you, like,
That's a problem.
it's a problem.
It's a problem.
And so all it takes is for you to do something stupid. And something dumb happens every single day.
Every day.
But if I have to focus on you and wait for you to screw up, which you will, it's
oh,
like a cop.
If I'm watching you, waiting for you to fuck up, you're gonna fuck up.
If you are driving in your car and an officer follows you
Long enough.
long enough,
You're gonna
Oh,
do
yeah.
something.
you'll switch a lane, you'll speed, you'll do something, run a
Yep.
thing, whatever.
California
you're
stop
going,
report, something,
You're going
just-
to get pulled
you're
over.
fucked.
You're
going
gonna get
to
pulled
get a
over.
ticket.
Yep.
So once the drama and the attention is on you as a patron, you gotta do whatever you can do to make sure everything's chill.
Yeah.
And if you can't do that, you will make a mistake and then you'll be kicked
You
out.
Yep.
fucking sit there
That's
and
it.
drink water the whole night. That's
Yeah.
it. That's your only option.
Or just, hey,
Just
here's
go home.
$100.
Here's-
Yeah,
I
just-
gotta go, bro.
If you feel that
Yeah.
way, just go.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I think-
Try the
whatever.
next
That's
spot
what
or
happened last
something,
week.
like-
Some dude
Yeah.
was here. James was here, and then I don't know what happened, but the guy coughed or sneezed, and he was a little intoxicated. He wasn't get 86, you get kicked out, you're done, but he was intoxicated, and he just spit out beer and landed all over James and I, and we just oh god, we don't know this guy. If Rick did it, we'd be laughing our asses off or
Right.
something, and then we both turned around. He was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here now. He paid his tab and he's like,
That's
my
exactly
bad,
what you're
fellas,
supposed to
we
do.
are leaving.
I'm upset
sneeze,
with you,
cough.
but I'm glad you're leaving.
Right.
See you next week or whatever.
Yeah, you got James in the back of the neck, me half my face, and we were both dude.
And James
Come
is not the
on.
guy.
Not
to,
the guy.
Yeah, it's not the guy to do it to.
Not the guy.
And I
He's
was
not
just-
very patient.
And that was his answer. He was like, you know what? I apologize, gentlemen. Looks
That
like I've had a
is-
bit of drink and I am leaving.
That is the best way to deal with that situation.
That's-
I am so fucking sorry. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
That's all. That's it.
That's all. And he just walked right out the door after he paid his tab. That was hilarious.
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we end it up?
I think we're set.
Oh, my favorite bartender, Jen Gibson. Wherever you at, I miss you. I love you. She's awesome. I wanted to drop that because she's hilarious.
She's amazing.
She is
You
hilarious.
walk through the door and she's like, "Hey!"
That bitch is a
God.
bright spot. That is a bright
She's
spot.
so aggressive, but she's just the best. She's awesome.
It's the best because she's happy aggressive.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not-
and that's genuine love. That
You feel
girl
it.
gives a fuck.
Yeah.
You feel it. You know.
And
Yeah.
she's a sweetheart and just
She's a sweetheart. She's a bitch, and she's
all of it.
she's
in your,
all of
if
it in
she's
one.
in your corner,
all four.
that's what
bro.
you got.
100%.
I hate to oppose her. Christ.
Oh, no, that's sentence. Yeah, we're done.
Dude, one little bad move and you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like
Fucked.
fucked. Like you could still come in here, but you won't get a beer ever.
It's gonna be tough, and you're gonna feel
You're
feel
gonna-
like you
yeah,
don't.
you're gonna be
You're
like-
gonna feel like you shouldn't be.
I gotta find a new fucking bar.
All right, cool. Anything else?
Dear, don't you ever worry, I'm right here. I can never fucking live without you. I wouldn't even want to.
That kid looks just like you.
That's my kid.
Yeah.